Hello and welcome back to part 2 of our Myst walkthrough on Xbox. Now we need to show you how to get to the next section of the game, which is called Stoneship. First thing we need to do is once again walk over to the map and rotate the light so that it is pointing to the docks. So this will now tell us where. So the solution will now be behind the lift in the library, same as before. So pull the lever for the secret passage and head down to the lift. This is where you're going to need a pen and paper or a screenshot function or your mobile phone to take a photograph. Because the next clue we're going to get is 3 randomized dates. So we've got the 11th of October 1984, 10:04 AM. We have January 17th, 12:07 at 5:46 PM. What these times are for will come very apparent very soon. Then July 13th, 23:05 at 10:56 AM. Like I say, write those down on a pad, take a screenshot with the Xbox screenshot button, or take a photograph with your phone. Any one of those will be perfectly acceptable. I've just written them down on a pad, which is why it took me a few seconds while I was looking at them. Then go back down on the lift, and we are now going to need to head to the planetarium. Planetarium is back down out of the library. So down here, pull the lever and go back outside. The planetarium is the building immediately on the left here. So you'll need to press the button to get inside. And then once you're inside, you'll need to press the other button to close the door and make everything dark. So we're going to be looking for star constellations. And so we need to enter the 3 dates that we had onto this machine here. So first date we had was October the 11th, 1984. Takes a few seconds, a bit too long in my opinion, to actually enter the codes on these things. 1984. And then the time we are after is 10:04 AM. And when you've entered all the correct date and time details, press the middle button and you will get a constellation. Now that constellation might not mean anything to you right at this point, but make a note of the constellation, draw it for yourself, take a photograph of it, take a screenshot, whatever you want to do, and then proceed with entering the second date, which in my case is now January 17th, 12:07. 17. And then the time I want is 5:46 AM. And then press the middle button again. And we're going to have another constellation to make note. Again, these constellations aren't going to mean anything to you right at this point, because we're going to have to go and look up what they actually mean. Then the last date that I need to do is July the 13th. And 10:56 is the time. 23:05, sorry, is the year that I'm going for. And then 10:56 a.m. is the time. Again, these dates are going to be, because we're playing it on a randomized playthrough, these dates that I'm entering here are not going to be the same as the dates that you get. And then you get the Stargazer achievement. So if you've made note of that constellation, then it's time to exit the planetarium and go back to the library. And what you're going to need to look at is on the end where the secret passage normally is, there are some books on these shelves here, and you're going to want to open this book in the top right. You can see it's got a picture of the planetarium on the cover, and then if you flick all the pages towards the back, you will find a list of constellations. So you will now need to match these constellations to the ones that you had. So I've got a snake is one of mine. Snake, none of them. Snake, arrow, and leaf are the three that I had. So snake, arrow, and leaf. Make note of those, what those three are, and then you're going to need to find the corresponding symbols in these machines here. These all have an image inside them. So not the eye. There's the snake. I think that one is a beetle, if I remember rightly. Yep, don't need that one, that's a beetle. Nope, don't need the anchor. I'm looking for a leaf. There's the arrow. And then I'm looking for a leaf. And that's the leaf. When you've done that correctly, a model boat should rise out of the water here, giving you an achievement for raising the sunken ship. But what you will also notice is that the ship has also raised at the dock, and that is where we can access the new level. So go onto the deck of the ship, just head down into the door here, find the book, and click on the animation to travel to Stoneship. Now there is only one randomized element to the puzzle in this location, so just bear with me and I'll explain when I get to it. So head over to this lever here, pull it over to the right, and then hit the button. And what that should do is lower the water in the lighthouse, which is over here. So yeah, so there is no, you can now make your way down these stairs because the water level has gone. And then when you get to this barrel at the bottom, you're going to want to turn the valve on the side, which will empty all the water out of the barrel. So just wait a few seconds until all the water is gone. Then make sure you turn the valve back closed again and make your way back up. Head back over to the umbrella over here. And then pull this lever again. This time you're going to want to lower it into the middle area and press the button again. That should now raise the water level inside the lighthouse, which it has now done, and the barrel that we emptied has come up. So we can now pick up this key and put it in the keyhole in the chest, and that will reveal another key inside the chest, which, if I can get the thing to highlight, I can now use this key in this keyhole on the wall, and that will make all the rungs for the ladder come out so I can climb up. So once you climb up here, go into the lighthouse, and this wheel here is going to charge when you turn it. So when you turn it, it will charge the electrics for the island. So spin it all the way until that meter on the right hand side is full. So there you go, stop. And we are now going to want to make our way as quickly as possible through the next section of the level, because that charge will actually run out as you go slowly. You're going to want to go down here and then head all the way up these wooden slats to a telescope at the top. And then what you're going to want to do here is spin this around until you can see a glinting light. There we go. Glinting light is at 225 degrees. See, it's between 220 and 230, so that's 225. So then you're going to want to make your way as quickly as you can back down these boards, and then enter this doorway here and proceed down the stairs. When you get to the longer corridor, there will be a door open on the right hand side, and you need to go in here and you need to press the button that corresponds to the angle that you had up the top. So as you can see, there's a symbol there that is 0 degrees, so down immediately opposite will be 180. So 225, I'm guessing, is that one there. And if you get it correct, the green lights will appear, and it should also unlock you an achievement. So it's all a case of making sure that you line up those on there. So just remember that the symbol is 0 degrees, then know your angles from there. So you got your 90, your 180, your 270, and then work it, and then you should be able to work out which button corresponds to the angle that you got from the telescope yourself. Make your way back down the corridor, and then you're going to want to make your way down here. And in this room, you're going to find the next page. Now, it can appear in a few places. Sometimes it can appear on the bed there, which is, as you can see, it hasn't done here. This time it has appeared on the desk. Go over and pick it up. And another place that it can appear is inside one of the drawers of this chest over here. So make sure you check all 3 places, because the red page will be in this room somewhere. Make your way back up here, back down the corridor to the compass puzzle. Make your way through the other corridor. So go back out the other end, which is the same way that we came in, and then you're going to want to go down to the room at the end again, which is where we will find the blue page for this area. And again, it can appear in a few places. As you can see, it's appeared on the desk over here for me. It can also appear on the bed, or it can appear in one of the drawers on this desk here. But what you're going to want to, if you're interested in the final puzzle for the game, you can see this half piece of paper here. That will actually reveal the game's secret ending. There's you'll find the other half to that document somewhere else. But what we now need to do is make our way back up to the top. Back out into the open, and then if we head back over to the umbrella where we made the water level rise and lower, pull the lever again, this time move it over to the left and press the button. This will have lowered the water level inside this ship here, and because we've now provided power to it, we can go down here and open the door, and this will lead us down to the exit of the level and sending us back to the main island. What you need to do is press the button on this desk here. It will open up and the book will come out. Open the book, hit the animation, and you will return to the main island. netting us the achievement for returning from Stoneship. And this will return us back to the island, to the library again in the island. And before we do anything else again, make sure we go and put the pages on these shelves here. And once again, make sure you do not click on any of the pages, because you don't want to put them in the book, otherwise that will prevent you from getting an achievement later. So that's the end of the Stoneship area. Thank you for watching this second part of the Myst walkthrough. I'll be back with part 3 very soon.